wanted to talk about the abolitionist movement and pro-life movement. Some people become abolitionists, they pick up the literature, they read it, they agree with it, and then they hear an abolitionist criticize the pro-life movement, and there's confusion. It's like, wait, I thought we were pro-life. Why are you criticizing them? So what I wanted to do, try quickly and simply, is just to show the difference between the pro-life movement and the abolitionist movement so that you can see that. Try to help you understand why we criticize some of the things the pro-life movement says and does, by just showing you the differences of the two movements. So here I have just a drawing of the pro-life movement. It's the largest, one of the largest movements in America. It's been going on for 40, a little less than 40 years, but around that long. And within the pro-life movement, you have Christians, atheists, Catholics, homosexuals, Satan worshipers, feminists, you name it. There's a niche in the pro-life movement for someone to start an organization, start a group, and work to end abortion, how they see they should do that. And the position that people in the pro-life movement hold, a lot of people hold a personally pro-life position, meaning I am against abortion personally, but I don't want to force my opinion on others. There are the people, the bulk of the movement is pro-life with exceptions. The most common exception being the exception for rape and incest. So they say abortion is wrong in all cases except if the baby was conceived in rape or incest. Politicians, presidents, elected officials, most people that are pro-life, when you probe a little deeper, they will tell you that there are 4 exceptions. I recently spoke with a Christian, held his Bible up, so he does everything in the Bible. I probed a little deeper about his view on abortion. He was against abortion. Continued the conversation. He said, well, of course, if they're conceived in incest, and he held up his arm and said, they'll be born with flippers. And so, just probe a little bit deeper into someone's ideas in their head, and what I found, a lot of people are pro-life with exceptions. And then you have 100% pro-life people, and they're against abortion in all circumstances. And then you have 100% pro-life Bible believers. They're against abortion in all circumstances because God says it's murder and it's wrong. So in the pro-life movement, you have a vast difference of beliefs on what it means to be pro-life, and how we should end abortion, why we should end abortion, and various other topics. So now we'll compare that with the abolitionist movement. The abolitionist movement can be explained simply by using the symbol. Abolish, get rid of, destroy, abolish, human, people, human beings created in God's image, abortion, the stopping of a human life, typically in the womb. Abolish human abortion, very simple. We also believe that our symbol also means that there is a law that is higher, that is God's law, that is the higher law, and there is a lower law that's man's law. And we believe that man's law is upside down, it's turned on its head, so it's not reflecting God's law, and that we as Christians have an obligation to turn it right side up, to make man's law conform to God's law. As Christians, we can go so far with people until they are violating God's law and causing us to violate God's law. We have to stop at that point. So this is the abolitionist movement. We also have a variety of people in the movement. You have Lutherans, Baptists, Calvinists, charismatic people, people that celebrate Christmas and people that don't. You have men, women, children, black, white, etc., etc., etc. We do not have, in our movement, we do not have homosexuals or atheists or Satan worshippers. We do have former homosexuals, former atheists, former, I don't know if a Satan worshiper, but we have former people that lived in a worldly life, but they no longer live that lifestyle. They have repented and turned to God, and they're standing for the unborn. The simple way I like to put it, we believe abortion is always wrong because God said so. And that's the foundation of what we stand on, and every abolitionist believes that that simple idea. Abortion is wrong, and why? Because God said so. And then how we choose to end abortion, because of the vast beliefs are different. We choose to end abortion. What you'll often hear us say is, God's word says this, therefore we should do this. And in the pro-life movement, you'll often hear them say, well, the majority of the people will agree with this, therefore we'll do this. And so that's when you'll see an abolitionist say, wait, God's law, God's word doesn't say that that's okay. Even though the masses are going to agree with you, God's word still doesn't say that's okay, and so we shouldn't take part in that or do that. So I'll stop there. That's the main differences between the abolitionist movement and the pro-life movement.